Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at something really quite special. It's a short piece of writing. Seems simple on the surface, but honestly, it might just shift how you view things in your own life. We're looking at excerpts from the Weaver's Tapestry of Fortune.
It's quite profound, deceptively so.
Exactly. And our mission today isn't just to, read it aloud. We want to really dig into the wisdom packed in these lines, help you maybe reframe those moments you think of as just luck or bad luck, and maybe see the bigger picture, the long game of life.
It's about perspective, fundamentally.
Totally. This isn't just about analyzing a text. It's about seeing your own story with maybe fresh eyes.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Have you ever had one of those moments where, one lucky break happens? Maybe you close a deal, find the perfect parking spot, I don't know, and suddenly you feel like you're on top of the world. Like the universe is giving you a personal high five.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling is very real.
Or, on the flip side, has one tiny setback ever felt huge? Like spilling your coffee, missing a train, and suddenly it feels like everything's conspiring against you.
Yeah, that downward spiral feeling.
Right. Well, if that sounds familiar, this deep dive is definitely for you. Because, the piece starts right there. It captures that immediate human reaction so well. It says, "A coin lands heads, and we crown ourselves kings. A storm strikes once, and we swear the sky hates us." Such a powerful image, isn't it?
It really is. That immediate leap.
Yeah, that instant jump we make from just one random thing happening to declaring ourselves like masters of everything. Or the opposite, feeling like the cosmos has it in for us personally. I mean, who hasn't felt that rush, that maybe unwarranted confidence from a bit of luck?
Or that sinking feeling from one bad moment.
Exactly, that disproportionate despair when things just go south for a minute.
Well, it's fascinating because it taps into something really fundamental about us. We're meaning-making creatures. Our brains constantly try to find patterns, assign causes.
Even when there aren't any.
Especially when there might not be. Or when it's just chance. So that coin lands heads and boom, the mind goes, I did that. I'm brilliant. A king.
Right.
And when the storm hits, personalizing it feels almost easier than accepting that sometimes stuff just happens randomly.
We don't like randomness much, do
we? We really struggle with it. So we create narratives. He loves me, the sky hates me. And this tendency, this jump to giving ourselves way too much credit or conversely, too much blame, it creates such an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, volatile is a good word for it.
Think about it. One small success, and suddenly you're convinced this is it. My genius is finally seen. One tiny failure, and you're down the rabbit hole thinking, I'm cursed, or I'm just not cut out for this. Neither extreme really gives us a balanced view, does it? It actually stops us from learning properly, stops us from adapting, from seeing the situation as it really is, which is often, just a moment.
Just what?
Exactly. We fixate on that one bright flash or that one dark cloud, and we completely lose sight of the whole sky.
That fixation. Yeah, it's so easy to get stuck there. And what's really interesting is how this isn't just about how we feel inside, it affects how we see other people too. The poem really nails this with the next lines. "Luck wears the mask of genius, misfortune dresses in failure's rags."
That's a powerful metaphor.
Isn't it? It highlights how easily we mix up external circumstances, luck, misfortune with someone's actual core qualities. Genius or failure. You see someone on a lucky streak and bam, instant visionary.
Right. They must be brilliant.
Or someone hits a rough patch, we're so quick to label them incompetent. A failure. It's like luck and misfortune are just these temporary costumes. And these costumes totally change how we judge someone's ability or character instead of just seeing what's happening to them.
And this really raises a critical question, doesn't it? Are we actually seeing the person? Or were we just seeing the mask of success they're wearing right now? Or the rags of misfortune? I mean, think about the startup world, for example. You see it all the time. A founder gets lucky. Maybe the market timing was just perfect, totally outside their control. Or they get an early investment from someone famous. Suddenly, they're hailed as a genius, a real visionary.
Yeah, you read about them everywhere.
Meanwhile, another founder, maybe just as smart, maybe even smarter, working just as hard. But they face an unexpected recession or a huge competitor pops up. They struggle. Maybe their venture fails. And what's the label? Failure.
Even if the idea was solid, the effort was there.
Exactly. The perception is totally based on the outcome, the temporary situation, not necessarily the person's skill or effort or the idea's merit. It's judgment based on the costume.
The mask or the rags.
Precisely. And it's so important that the text calls them masks and rags. It emphasizes their superficial, their coverings, temporary disguises. They are not the person underneath.
That's a key distinction.
It is. Because someone's talent, their work ethic, their potential, that doesn't vanish just because fortune frowned for a moment. Or suddenly appear just because luck smiled.
Yeah.
Realizing this is actually, well, it's incredibly freeing.
How so?
Well, for how we judge ourselves, first off, we can be kinder, more realistic.
Yeah.
And for how we see others, it allows for more empathy, a deeper understanding. We can recognize, okay, I'm seeing this success or this struggle, but that's just the current outfit, not the whole person.
Especially today with social media showing everyone's highlights.
Oh, absolutely. It's even more crucial now. Remember that most of what you see online is likely just the mask of success, carefully curated, not the full reality.
That's so true. We get so caught up in those surface appearances. But then the poem takes this turn, offers this huge shift in perspective. It says, but both are only moments in a much longer play.
That's the pivotal line, isn't it?
It feels like it just completely reframes everything we've been talking about. It tells us that all those things, the coin toss, the storm, the mask, the rags, they're just snapshots.
Fleeting scenes.
Exactly. Not the whole movie of our lives. They're transient. They come and they go. It's such a profound shift, moving from focusing on these isolated bits to understanding their temporary place in this much bigger story that's still unfolding.
That word transient is perfect. And what's really powerful there is grasping the idea of impermanence. When you truly internalize that these highs and lows are only moments, it builds incredible resilience.
How does that work practically?
Well, it stops you from getting overly attached or tangled up emotionally with any single outcome. If you know deep down that this moment, good or bad, is just a scene passing by, it helps you keep your cool. You don't get completely carried away by a win.
Right, avoiding the king complex.
Exactly. And crucially, you don't get totally crushed by a setback. It's like watching a play, as you said. You wouldn't judge the entire 3-act performance based on 1 minute in Act 1, would you?
No, that would be silly.
Right. You'd wait to see how it unfolds.
Oh, okay, I see that. And connecting this to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
How does that help long term?
Well, think about recovery. If you don't see a failure as the final scene, as the end of the story, you can pick yourself up much more easily. You learn from it, maybe adjust your approach, and you try again.
Keep going. Keep going.
And it works after success, too. It prevents complacency. You know the play isn't over just because you had one great scene. You need to keep performing. Think about athletes, right? A single championship doesn't mean they stop training. A single loss doesn't mean they quit forever.
That's the long haul.
It's the long haul. It's the dedication, showing up day after day. This fosters what psychologists call a growth mindset. Every experience, every moment, good or bad, isn't a final verdict. It's data. It's a chance to learn, to evolve. It fuels your ongoing development rather than sticking you in a box labeled success or failure.
A continuous journey. I like that.
It is a journey of becoming.
Okay, so if these are just moments and it's about the long journey, how do we actually do this? How do we apply it when we're, right in the middle of a moment that feels overwhelming?
That's the practical challenge.
Yeah. And the poem doesn't just leave us hanging there. It gives us this beautiful, direct instruction. It says, step back. See the threads beyond the knot. The tapestry is still being woven. That image of the knot, it just perfectly captures it, doesn't it? That immediate tangled problem, or maybe even that super focused success that's blinding you. It's right there, demanding all your attention. Feels like the whole universe.
Consuming.
Totally deceiving.
Right.
But the threads, those are the connections, right? The series of events, choices, circumstances, everything that forms the bigger story of your life. It's like zooming out, seeing the whole painting, not just one messy brushstroke.
Exactly. And to practically step back, it means consciously trying to detach from that immediate gut reaction, that emotion.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. It takes practice. But instead of getting lost in the knot, the panic of a deadline, the pure joy of a win, the invitation is to analyze. Ask yourself, okay, what led up to this? What events? What choices? What's the wider context here? What am I maybe not seeing because I'm too close?
Looking beyond the immediate feeling.
Yes. And importantly, what are the potential paths forward from here? The future implications. It's about engaging your thinking brain, your critical analysis, rather than just riding the emotional wave. It's like taking a deliberate mental step sideways or backwards.
A mental timeout.
Sort of, yeah. Maybe you literally step away, take a walk. Maybe you journal about it, get it out of your head. Or talk to someone you trust, someone with perspective. Or just take a few deep breaths and consciously ask, okay, is this really the whole story? Or is it just one tight, tangled part?
Just a knot in the thread.
Just a knot.
Yeah.
And that leads beautifully to that final, powerful image. The tapestry is still being woven. This is crucial. It tells us our lives aren't finished paintings hanging in a gallery.
They're active, in progress.
Exactly. They're dynamic, constantly evolving. There are always new threads you can add, new patterns you can create. This implies agency. You have power. You have ongoing opportunities no matter what knots you've encountered in the past.
Well, a challenge isn't necessarily a permanent flaw in the design.
Not at all. It's just a complex section of the weaving. Maybe intricate, maybe difficult. But it's a section you have the power to navigate, to work through, to integrate into the overall piece. Every experience, good, bad, easy, hard, it's all thread. It adds color, texture, strength.
That makes even the tough stuff seem valuable in a way.
It can be. Understanding this helps us appreciate the sheer complexity, the resilience, and the unique beauty of our own unfolding story. Those failures, those knots, they aren't flaws to be hidden. They might be the very threads that give the tapestry its depth, its character, its strengths. Your story is still being woven, and you're holding the needle and thread.
Wow. That's such a profound and actually really empowering way to think about it all. So just to recap the core idea from the Weaver's Tapestry of Fortune, it really boils down to perspective, doesn't it? How vital it is for navigating, everything life throws at us, the ups, the downs.
Absolutely. Perspective is key.
It reminds us that what feels like definitive proof of luck or misfortune, often it's just a temporary mask, something that can easily fool us and fool others about what's really going on.
Those deceptive appearances.
Yeah, and those events that feel so huge, so defining in the moment, they really are just that moments, parts of a much larger ongoing story, your story.
Fleeting scenes in the longer play.
Exactly, and the real power, the real takeaway, seems to be in consciously choosing to step back.
Yeah.
To try and see the full picture, the intricate tapestry of all your experiences woven together. It's all connected. It's all part of something way bigger than any single win or single loss.
Mm-hmm. Seeing the threads beyond the knot.
Precisely. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. It's been fascinating exploring the source.
My pleasure. It's a text that keeps giving.
It really does.
And maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As you reflect on this idea of the tapestry, remember, it is still being woven, and you are the weaver. So perhaps consider this. What new threads might you choose to weave into your tapestry today? Truly knowing, that no single knot, no single moment defines the whole beautiful, complex picture you are creating.